Hey everybody. On this episode of Rush Roots, we've got Eric here, and we are going to get into it. So, first question we have for you is, who are you? Well, we know you're Eric, but who are you and where are you from?
Yeah, so I'm Eric Winter. I born and raised in Cincinnati, Ohio, for all of my life, but now I go to school at the good old University of Alabama.
All right.
Cool. Awesome. All right. So, how'd you hear about Rush? What got you into them? What kept you around? Tell us your Rush roots.
All right, so the first, I guess you could say that I heard Rush. I think it would be wrong to say heard of Rush, but the first that I heard Rush was Guitar Hero 2. YYZ is on there. My family played a lot of Guitar Hero. And that was my brother and mine's favorite song for a long time on Guitar Hero 2. We had no clue who Rush was, no clue any of their other songs, nothing. We just knew that YYZ was on there. We liked to play it a lot. So that was the first song I really knew. Um, I'd say the next song that I would have known was when I learned like of Rush, and that was actually my dad was introducing us to a song that was going to be on Guitar Hero 5, and that was The Spirit of Radio. And he said, "This is the same band that made YYZ from Guitar Hero 2." And we're like, "Wow, that's really good. Do you have more of this?" And so he pulled out the Chronicles CDs, and um, from there it just kind of took off.
Yeah, cool.
So what
Awesome.
what keeps you around? What makes you remain a Rush fan?
I'd say they've got 165 songs or however many. Um, and every time I go back and listen to them, it seems like every time I hear something new, or
Okay.
I can think about something different from the lyrics, or I make a connection. Oh, they played something like this back 3 albums ago, or they played something like this
Yeah.
3 albums ahead of this one. So um, it's it's music that never fails to provide something new.
Yeah.
Cool. Good answer. All right.
Awesome.
So why don't you tell us kind of when and where and what tour your first Rush show was that you saw them in concert?
Yeah, so my first tour was the Time Machine tour in 2011. I think it was April. Um, but I got to see him in Cleveland when they recorded it. I was
Cool.
way up top section, close to the top row, way back in the back. We had to use binoculars to like see any kind of definition on their faces, and the white little blimp that was flying around for the camera angles. We could probably have touched that if we wanted to, but it was a lot of fun. Um, and that was really one of the first big concerts that I ever went to at the time. Um, so quite the concert to kind of get
Yeah.
kicked off on that.
Yeah, that's awesome. It's a great show to see. All right. So, what was your first favorite song and first favorite album? And is that different from your favorite song and your favorite album today?
I'd say my first favorite song was probably "Working Man," because the first body of songs that I knew from Rush was from the Chronicles, the two Chronicles CDs. So that was kind of the body of work that I knew, and from those, I think "Working Man" was initially my favorite. And then I can't really say that I had a first favorite album because since I only became a fan in 2011, 2012, I kind of got introduced to the catalog in a different way where I knew songs before I knew albums. So it was really probably only in the past 2 or 3 years where I've come to realize that Permanent Waves is my favorite album, and that hasn't really changed. But my favorite song has changed now that I know the whole catalog. My favorite song is The Garden. Um, it's I know it's not the most technically challenging thing they've written, but I think it's just a phenomenal piece of songwriting.
It is. It's a very, very beautiful song.
Totally.
Right.
All right. Well, why don't you kind of tell us where people can find you on Instagram, and if people think that they can relate to you, perhaps they can reach out and you guys can talk some Rush.
And sure, so if you want to talk to me a little bit more, go ahead and find me on Instagram. It's at e_winter17. And then definitely check out some Rush roundtables where I've appeared a couple times.
Awesome.
Right.
Cool. Eric, thanks for joining us. Feel free to reach out to him if you're interested, and take care, everyone.